Okay, welcome Filipinos poker viewers. This is a unannounced special live feed that we are bringing you right now because we just got an invite to check out the opening game. This is the first game of a new private club from Thailand. So we are on a while we're going to be watching the first game in a club called Beasts of Poker. You can see it on the screen now. So you see the club ID over there. So once again, we got this invite and we want to check it out because alam natin paano maglaro ang mga Pinoy. Tingnan natin paano maglaro ang mga kapitbayan natin o mga kapitbansa. Visa Poker, let's just go through the info right now. They're going to start in a few minutes, couple of minutes. So let's get through it. First game, Saturday, 22 Feb. That's right now in a few minutes. And they're going to be playing 250, 500 PLO, but you're going to see only 1/10 of the chips because they're playing 1:10 chips. The first buy-in for everybody will be 100 BBs. So you're going to see 5,000 chip buy-ins. But here's the catch. Etong gimmick nila. The first hand of the match, everybody has to flip. Mago all-in lahat yan. They're going to go all in 6 ways. And that's how they get things started. With me here now is a good friend of PB Poker and Filipinos Poker. We're here with Shane, who actually got us the invite to watch this launch.
Yeah, hi everyone. How you going? Look, it's not very often you get to see six. I'm going to risk being politically incorrect here, but complete financial spastics deciding to sit down and just throw 10,000 US in the air. But that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, it's fun to see. It's fun to see live, and like you said, it's a hell of a way to start a high stakes game.
Look, I mean, you know what PLO is like anyway. But if you've got 6 guys on the table who are already willing to get in there and punch it up a little bit, getting everybody stuck on the first hand seems like a pretty good way of making sure that the action keeps going for a little bit afterwards, because who can leave a table when they're stuck?
Can't leave the table. What about the first guy who wins this flip? Of course, he can't leave the table. They have some rules here.
Yeah, that's right. The rule is this that you cannot leave the table for 2 hours. You sit down in this game and you are glued to the seat for 2 hours. And of course, if your house is on fire, you can get a pass, but you can only get 1 pass. So if you ever bail out from the game before 2 hours again, there is a full stack 50K penalty. So it's a reasonably, you want to have a pretty good reason
to do it. It's nice to have a high stakes game with rules. Yeah. No hidden runners here, and like they said in the banner you're seeing, pros and grinders not welcome, shot on site. But you want to get in the game, the seats are open by application. So let's switch over to the game. We have 4 of 6 players already seated.
Yeah, yep. We're just waiting on. We're waiting on 2 others: a Chinese gentleman club owner and a sports punter from Thailand. In there somewhere, I think we believe we've got a Norwegian oil baron.
Yeah, and an ice salesman from out of Africa.
Yeah, there's a big demand for ice in Africa.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's the hot place. So we've got 2 more players to sit.
Oh, greetings from Estonia. I don't even know if that's the accent.
No, you're bang on there. One of these players is actually currently playing in a tournament series in Tallinn. I'm not even exactly sure what time. Oh, you saw it in the chat. I was wondering how you knew.
No.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
Quick eyes.
Yeah. All right. Have you ever seen a match that started this way before, Rob?
No, I've never seen it. That's why I insisted that we get to see how this goes, because interesting what the next hand will be. I mean, we know the first hand will be, they'll run the board and someone will be 600 BBs, have a stack of 600 BB. But the next hand, I imagine nobody folds, just because they're stuck right away.
I saw a new feature on PP just tonight when I managed to get it in 3 ways when I won the thing, and up came a sort of a cup, a Champions Cup. It says, congratulations on winning 200 big blinds in one hand. So I'm quite interested to see.
They have that now because it's supposed to be a rarity to win 200 big blinds in one hand. It's definitely going to come up in this first hand. So
will we all see it? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll wait and see.
Oh yeah, I think it only comes up for the player who wins.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't tell the whole table. Right, so we got 5 of the 6 waiting on 1 more. The host will start, and we're going to catch this very momentous first hand. First hand of the first game in this new club out of Thailand. The club is Beasts of Poker. And you can see at the bottom left of your screen the club ID, but don't just go barging in, because you need to get an invite. So if you want to get an invite, maybe you want to send us a private message. PM is the key, mga kaibigan. Hindi basta-basta. Okay. Game should start soon. Lima na ito. Tung Tao, Pampota, Huzan, Dragon Master, Dealerish, and Naxer. First hand, flip everyone. Here we go.
Here we go. Now we understand. We find out if people can understand the instructions.
We're gonna know right here.
Yeah, Nex is asleep.
Well, how are you gonna flip when you gotta go through pot?
Oh, here we go. There's a pot.
Yeah, they got a pot and repot.
Oh, it's a repot. That's
so they know what they're doing.
Do I have any advance on 600? 1025. 1025. I hear it once. Going once. 1025. Oh, there's 392.
You gotta go faster than that. 5,000. Okay, here we go.
There's the first all-in, the second, the third. This is great.
This is how to start.
This is absolutely legendary. Oh, here we go.
Side bet, Shane. I got the Pampota.
He's got 33% went down to 8% on the flop. At the bottom of the screen is 67%, looking pretty good to scoop it. Oh, and pipped at the river. Oh, there it is. Congratulations, Naxa.
What was that? Straight, right? 8 high straight.
Who can tell? It goes so fast.
Yeah. No, it was an 8 high straight. Let's look at the hand review. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 high straight for Naxer. Takes down 500 BB in the first hand. And now they're going to start to play poker.
Yeah, GG. Well, it'll be interesting to see now. We've got the rebuys are all on the table. We've got, now we've got 20K US on the table, or what is it now?
I'll try to figure out what it is in pesos. Let me think. That's 300,000. And 5, 10, 15, 20.
Or 20K, it's better. It's a million, isn't it?
It's like...
times 50?
It's about 550K on the table in times 1.6. Yeah, about 900K.
Yeah. It should be up.
In our local currency.
We'll call it a million. It sounds better.
Yeah, so $1 million on the table.
Yeah, pretty close to $1 million.
More behind.
Yeah, well, the everyone was chipped up to the tune of about 5
It just looks
bullets.
so ridiculous, though, that one guy is sitting in a stack with 30 and the others have. Is there max buy-in here? They can't come in for more than 100?
No, they can. I believe they can come in for 500 bigs, but I have to double.
That would have been the move, right? I mean, I'm stuck 100 bigs. Plunk in my 500 and try to get it all back.
There is an excellent system called the martingale system, which I'll teach you later. You just double every bet until you get it all back. It's pure genius.
I hear them doing that in Baccarat.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know you had a name for it.
Some of these PLO players, that's pretty much their A game is just oh hello, it's a flop with quite a lot of aces on it.
Yeah,
I believe that would be 3 aces.
Good spot to have 2 2s. So suddenly these spots look really small and lonely.
Yeah.
After that first one. You'd think they would straddle after starting out like that.
Well, you do. I mean, like I'm gonna put that in the chat over here and suggest it to them. It's
the object of this game is to get unstuck as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's right. And you can't get unstuck by not straddling. Yeah.
Unless you want to get unstuck like 100 chips at a time. But I don't think they have the grinder spirit in them. I mean, what's the profile on these guys, Shane?
Okay, so they're all recreational players with more money than sense. Made their money in other places, and poker is their
selling ice.
Yeah, well, they're their emotional outlet, let's say. So where they come to have a bit of fun. So some of these guys are playing quite a lot bigger than this too. So the idea of this one is that even though it's only a 250, 500 baht, that it'll probably be all going bigger from here. So the games will probably get bigger over the next few weeks if all goes well.
This is a warm-up game, but we expect that their games always start out like this?
I don't know that it's been decided, but it seems reasonable.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if it works.
Yeah, exactly. So the games will run every Saturday or Sunday. It sort of depends on the players, because with a small number of invite players, of course, you can just move the game around to suit them a little bit. Sunday might be a bit more of a family day for some, and then Saturday's a bit more of a going out day for others. So the club is never intending to run more than just Wednesdays and Saturdays, because of course if the money gets really big, then you don't want to, don't want the players to get to the point where they're having to find second jobs.
Now all these players have committed to play at least 2 hours as per the rules.
That's correct.
2 hours is a long time for online poker. I mean, for live poker, it's an okay rule to have, but 2 hours is quite a bit of time.
Well, again, it's the game is going to be fast and loose, and these are the rules. That's you don't sit down unless you know your bum's going to be on the seat for 2 hours. So
apparently, they knew the rules because they did go all in firsthand.
They did. It was I have to say, it was something of a relief, because you just never quite know if somebody's just going to be like, I was making coffee.
I didn't know. Yeah, one guy folds. The whole stream is shot.
That's right. It was so we managed to vault that first hurdle with a degree of elegance.
Yeah, so everyone was on board, and we didn't look like fools.
That was, I mean, it's wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time.
So for those of you just tuning in, or if you're watching this in the archive and skipping ahead for God knows what reason, you're watching the inaugural game. This is a launching game in a new club, a private club from Thailand called Beasts of Poker. The club ID is on the bottom left of your screen, flashing about there. And the reason we're here is because we are curious. We're curious because they had a set of rules where if you missed it, you might want to rewind and watch. Every game starts with all 6 players going all in, regardless of the hand. And that way everybody gets stuck except the one guy who can't stand up anyway, because they have a deal that they're all supposed to play 2 hours. Yeah, so nobody's going anywhere. Plenty of time to get unstuck.
Or stuck more.
Or stuck more.
Yeah.
They all rebought for 100 bigs, but actually you can come back in for 500 bigs, right, Shane?
I believe so. I'll just double check that now.
Okay, so they only came in for 100 bigs to flip that first hand.
Yeah, that's right.
But after that first hand, they can come in for 500.
Okay, yeah. So
100 bigs is the minimum. Right.
Yeah.
So maybe they just haven't found that slider yet that can slide up to. I mean, I don't expect that these are old users of PP Poker, so they're probably still finding their way around the app to figure out how to come in for less than a minimum, more than a minimum.
Already there's a discussion to make next Saturday's game 5 card PLO. Which
I think it should be, especially the way the first hand goes.
Yeah.
Make it 5 cards.
Or 6. We can't really support it though.
App doesn't
Any
have
minute
it yet.
now. I do believe that on PP coming up really soon, there will be high-low will be supported. Did you hear that rumor, Ron?
Did not hear that rumor.
Okay, so that's high-low is another version of PLO where it's really a lot better to play online than it is to play live. If you're playing it live and the dealer doesn't know exactly what they're doing,
it takes too long.
Like 8 hands per hour is kind of about what you can expect.
Always figuring out, chopping the pot.
Yeah, half over here, quarter there, the other 2 eighths over here. So it is quite a drama. But
oh, look at this. This looks like a 4-bet pot. 4-bet and a flat, 2 flats. And 3 clubs on the flop.
That'll slow them down probably. It's now first a bet, last a bet, I would suggest.
Yeah, nobody bets this time.
Some of these players on the table, Sung Tao, for example, has played the Nosebleed Stakes on most of the websites that you would have heard about in the world, the ones that actually had the big nosebleeds back in the day.
Define nosebleeds.
100, 200, 200, 400 US. Right. Yeah, so it's pretty decent. I don't think he ever played the 500, 1000, but I can check. I'll just check that now.
Well, while Shane's checking his info and we're kind of in between hands here, I'd take a moment to do Pilipinas Poker a favor and plug an upcoming pet project that they have. Could be a big one. It's called the Pilipinas Poker Summer Poker League. And what it is they're going to put together 3 months worth of online and live events. And anybody can join for a small registration fee. And it's basically a 3-month leaderboard. So that's the Pilipinas Poker Summer Poker League, and that should be launching around March. So stay on this page, check it, constantly to figure out how you can join. And once you're in, you can play for yourself, you can play for a team. Details to follow on this page soon. Back to the end. This was race pre-flop, and Tung Tao is continuing the action. He got donked into on this turn. Is that a usual response?
Yes,
getting donked?
I have seen this player in action previously, and that's how he treats a donk. He basically just he's like, my pot, I raise.
Well, helps to have a set, though.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I've seen him do this live.
Well, the straddle is on, so that should help push the action along.
And the rich are getting richer. Nax is now sitting at 311,000 chips here, which is what have we got multiplied by 10, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that 3 million?
No, that would be too much unless you're you want to convert it to Vietnamese dong. Yeah, 300,000.
Speaking of Vietnamese dong, we will be doing a pseudo sponsorship at one of the APT events with PP Poker in Da Nang, Vietnam, between the 9th and the 18th of April. So if you're turning up there, we'll be doing a bunch of giveaways, including a main event package for another APT event.
I expect a lot of Filipinos at that event. That's something we kind of dominate Vietnam events. Yeah, I have no basis for saying that other than loyalty to my country. No, but I've seen, I just go by the number of photos I see with the guy holding up the cards at the final table, and I go, oh, we won another one.
Can someone post me a link for the stream?
Oh, link for the stream. Let me go find it. So hold the court while I go.
Okay. So we're back into now, what is it, the 15th or 16th minute of this match, which is scheduled for a minimum of 2 hours and features some reasonably heavy hitters who are probably playing a little bit on the smaller side for them, some of them. But nonetheless, it's meant to be a fun game. So, and if you did miss the very start of this game, it was a 6-way all-in flip, which was won by Naxa. That flip was worth about 900 plus thousand Filipino pesos, which is not a bad way to start a game, and more of that to come, I guess. So it'll be.
Yeah, link sent.
Thank you. Yeah, so a big flip to start, and the game proceeds now for another 2 hours. So. Well, there's straight flushes and now always a full house on the river, isn't there? It's like someone can now always have a full house.
Especially if they make this a 5-card game.
Right, and right, yeah. What would be the bad beat jackpot? Would be straight flush versus quad aces. That would
I think it's pretty high threshold on a PLO4. Let me go check right now.
Oh, there's bananas shots fired. A banana has been thrown. There we go.
They came prepared.
Yeah.
So these are new accounts. Oh, chickens have been flung across the table.
Yeah, that's right. Choke.
Well, they don't have the bad beat jackpot feature turned on.
No.
Okay, so can't get that info right now. Check the hand history. No, we didn't even see the hand during the banana throwing incident.
No, it was just a bet fold banana chicken. That was the action.
Now, did he throw the banana while the other person was considering his action?
No, it was a pretty cowardly post-fold banana, actually. Not an inciting banana.
I always figure anyone who has the time to throw an emoji while I'm pondering my action can't be weak.
Well, yeah, it is a brave player who bluffs and then antagonizes his opponent. If you want to, if you're looking for a reverse tell, then I guess that's probably a good way to try and transmit one.
Somebody should tell Dealerish that he can top up. Well, Dealerish, I'm saying it wrong. Dealer is here. Yeah, I'm just seeing the whole name now. And this is not a new player. Has been around for quite a while.
Okay, there's an agreement proceeding to try get the auto straddle running, but there's no auto straddle on PP just yet. So
yeah, they just have to remember to hit that straddle button.
And they're just sending out a message to the players that if you forget to hit the auto straddle, you just have to min raise. So we'll.
Yeah, they are apologizing for.
Yeah, well, some of them are multi-tabling, so because of course one big splash session's not enough.
Why? It's too boring, right? To just have one big game.
You can splash 3 times.
We get to see any of the other 3 splashes, or are they in another club? Let me see. Nope, there's just the 1 game in this club, and so. Okay, Shane, as you have mentioned that these players will be here for a minimum of 2 hours, but this live stream will not run the entire 2 hours. We will, however, be expecting that Filipinos Poker will post some highlights of the entire session. They will keep recording even after the stream is stopped. Cool. Just because we have more important things to do, I guess.
Well, we could sit in your dark hotel room all night, I guess, and stare at this game, but it only makes me want to go and play PLO.
Which is what we're probably going to do in a few minutes.
Excellent, excellent. I think I've got an idea for the game to get it started.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think?
An original idea.
Not entirely original.
It's always nice to look at a table and you see the stats here where everyone's negatory.
Yeah. So we've got one player stuck 6.5, but no one's really stuck.
Yeah. Nothing unrecoverable. Nothing that actually hurts you.
We will give a sort of maybe we'll do an half-hourly breakdown of stuckness, the stuckness report. There are a few other tables open in the Beasts of Poker Club, and there is one person now already asking for a heads up. I bet you that person's stuck.
That person is Pampota, who's actually the lesser of the stuck guys. I mean, he's kind of recovered more than the others.
I see. He's impatient for a return to profitability.
Well, he's got 75% VPIP, so I guess, he's not seeing enough flops on one table. But then, yeah, if heads up is his game, then certainly we expect that he's going to see 75% of his.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love PLO. I mean, like even 4-card PLO with straddles and 6 max. I mean, it means that half of the people are in the blinds.
Yeah.
Right. So half the table's in the blinds.
And if you just pot and no one repots, then at least one of them's going to stay in.
So we got. Dealer. What is his name?
Dealer is here.
Dealer is here. Okay, Dealer is here. Okay, and he has remembered to click the.
Oh, he missed the straddle, so he just raises.
Yeah, so they're a good bunch. They're playing to the rules, and
you only get like a couple seconds, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That straddle button.
Certainly something that's being reviewed, I believe.
Yeah, it's got to be odd straddle.
And it's been clicked back out of position. I'm not sure what Dragon Master was trying to achieve by clicking it back.
A little bit more to the pot, probably.
Well, yeah,
got a drawy hand.
But Dealer is here, just cannot fold, so that's going to be and now has raised the flop.
I expect Dragon Master is sitting on some kind of rundown. That's
yeah, there you go.
But then Maybe not, because with a 7 and 9 out there, it hits most rundowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't imagine what would click race.
No, it's and particularly out of position. I mean, if you're going to make a raise out of position, really the first objective is please fold, because I don't really want to play out of position.
No, not in that case. In that case, just saying I want to add more money to the pot because I might spike something monstrous.
So an out of position kind of like post Mississippi straddle.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what.
Or the blinds aren't big enough anyway. And follow it up with a weak C-bet. And fold to a raise.
Yeah. printing money.
I believe Dragon Master's got, is that a platinum VIP? That's a platinum, right? The V with the wings?
Baller. Absolute baller.
Right. But this is a very new account. And he's already level 10. No run multiple times. Huzan flops the straight. They both have the straight, but dealer is here. He's drawing pretty dead there. Top straight, middle straight, and still coming in for the minimum. I'm waiting for someone to come to bust and come back in for 25K. And put the hurt on.
You're really interested. You love the human misery. You want to see some human misery.
I want the blood to bounce off the screen. Also deceptive though that this game is running 1:10 ratio.
In Thai baht.
Yeah, so it's hard to realize, like as a Filipino watching this, that there's Naxer is actually sitting on close to 500,000 pesos.
Yeah, that's about the.
It's 30K times 10 times 1.6.
Let me go to the FX currency, Ron. I'll just I'll check what the cross rate is right now.
I believe it's 1.6.
Yeah, I'm sure your maths is better than mine. We'll call it 300K for the. That's about right, isn't it? And where are we?
There it is, 483.
Okay, yeah. Close enough, sir. Close enough.
Yeah, see, clubs in the Philippines are running 1:1, so we're so used to seeing exactly what's on there.
Yeah.
Although we did come from a 1:10 like many years from 2017 and a bit of 2018, but it's been quite a while since we looked at these few chips on a high stakes table.
I've actually been really enjoying playing in the Philippines. The players are a lot of fun. We're at a club last night, and the noise levels were. Well, I'm going to go with extreme. I'm a little bit older, and it did start to rattle my head after a while. But it's really good to see people enjoying poker at the grassroots level and going out to the poker clubs and playing the tournaments and learning the game.
You also notice that if you come to a local poker club, the noisiest tables will be the smallest tables, and it's just a reminder that the game is fun.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's and nobody's losing their car or their house.
Yep, they can afford to laugh about it.
You know, it's really different actually in the Philippines compared to Australia. I think Australians are generally quieter, but they certainly drink a lot more, and probably similar to the Filipinos in terms of noise level would be the Norwegians.
Oh, really?
Oh, and all the Scandies, but they are extremely loud and funny and having a great time. But they get through like a bottle of vodka each.
Well, that's what it takes, huh? We do that without the alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to understand that where they're playing poker, often it's like minus 25 degrees when they go outside, so they need a little fortification
Right.
for those cold. I think I was in there, northern Norway, and they did the boiling jug of water trick, where they boil the jug of water, take it out, and throw it off the balcony at the back, and it freezes before it hits the ground.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and it bounces on the ground.
How high is this balcony?
Oh no, it's just like, I mean, you can do it straight out of a jug standing on the floor. It's just, it only takes
freezes before it hits the floor.
Yeah, like a matter of less than a second or two.
Hard to stay loose in the game in an environment like that.
That's what the vodka's for. Now you understand. The vodka doesn't freeze so easily. There's some slightly horrendous stories of people passing out on the way home and freezing to the pavement. Have to be scraped off in the morning.
Spatula.
Yeah, chipped off with a chisel. Well, we've got a few people in this one. There's 3 players going to the flop here. No, 4 players. It's not entirely unusual in BLO.
Well, dealer is here, was the razor.
And just bravely continues into the bare board.
Well, not too brave. He didn't pot it.
Well, you don't really have to there, do you? Either someone has a queen or they don't, and
Yeah.
it's going to achieve the same thing. It makes your bluffs cheaper. You probably, I mean, in Hold'em.
What do you make of the check after the lead out on that? Is he saying like, okay, maybe you have a queen, I give up, check fold?
Well, if you have a weak queen, you might want to check call, and you've got to have things in your check calling range. So a weak queen could be one of them, or you still might consider calling once with an overpair.
Just so you're not easily exploited, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of players who make a living out of betting when you check. So you have to have a number of hands in your range that are, that you might bet, but then you put them into your checking range, and therefore when you check, the guy on your left can't automatically bet.
Take you out.
Yeah. So sometimes I have something I'll continue with, and sometimes I don't. Please bet, sir.
Especially on that board, that was a
There we
very
go.
dry paired board.
Pampota.
It's harder than that. Pampotaja.
Pampota is
It seems pretty
is flop and
standard.
dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, dead on the flop.
Yeah.
Well, dealer is here is winning that race to be down 50K.
Oh, the race to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, the race is to be down as much as the biggest guy is up.
Oh, we've got 2 players now in profit, and the balance of the players stuck in Stuckville, Stucktown.
Wait, I missed the hand where Huzan got that stack. Review that. We saw Pampota though. That must have been the hand where dealer is here got stacked the second time.
There it is.
Yeah.
Full house. Ran it twice too.
Oh, he actually did it on Pampota. Oh, I missed it. Pampota
Okay,
actually
so-
stacked off twice already.
Can you do a quick count up of the buy-ins for us, Ron? How many buy-ins?
Well, of course, we
buy-ins?
got Max there with only the first minimum 100 BB buy-in, and he,
Cheapskate.
yeah, he won the first hand flip and hasn't really moved much from there. Everyone else has rebought once, of course, after that flip, and since then, Dragon Master has topped up 1,600, and Pampora and Dealer is here have each been stacked a second time.
What do you think of that top up? That's a bit of a pro move, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
but
that
yeah,
might-
especially with that strange number, 1616
Yeah.
top up. It's like he just topped it up to exactly 5K, or had a.
Might have to load the gun.
Yeah,
that be
they
putting-
did say pros would be shot,
Might have
and this guy is sitting here, very new account in the 2.5 million mark,
Yeah.
with a platinum VIP
Yeah.
and a shark icon. I think he should be shot.
Well, he's definitely asking for it.
He's asking for it.
Asking for
Any
it.
VP less than 50%.
Yeah. 49% to be fair, but it's
Yeah.
like a.
Yeah, I'm looking at 72, 75, 47. They're not as crazy as we make them sound. Well, dealer is here, is in a pot, and it looks like he's headed for the third stack off. He's got SPR of nary 1. But this is a good flop. It's a good flop to go for it, is it?
Having a bit of a think about it. He's got it through. The power of the button, blasting it off onto ace king.
Yeah, he's ace king.
It's a pretty hard one to call without an ace, isn't it?
Especially he was just calling the pre-flop race. So you guys are watching the first game of a new Thailand private club called Beasts of Poker. The club number is on the lower left of your screens, and we are here because we've been invited to watch the game, and also because we're curious what would happen if you forced everyone to flip the first hand, and they did just that, and this is the result. And an awful good way to start a game if you're in the winning end of it.
Yes, I mean, I imagine there was a fair bit of fist pumping somewhere. We don't know exactly which part of the world that fist pumping happened in, but yeah. So we're getting. I'm going to do a quick tally up of the buy-ins in a moment, but this is we're not too far into it now. We're sort of like maybe half an hour in, are we?
Yeah, we're about half an hour in.
My phone's just fritzed.
Okay, well, I'll read it for you. What do you need to see?
I just sent it over the time. Yeah, well, I've got we're 30 minutes into the match so far. So the players are all agreed to sit for the first 2 hours as well. So no one's leaving this table for another 90 minutes.
Tell you what, you run this gimmick in a Filipino table. The winner of the first hand would be staring really hard at that sit-out button.
You're like, oh, I've got to go to the toilet.
After all the fist pumping, he just decides like, oh, why did I agree to this? Oh. All he has to do is
how many blinds can they take off you if
just keep getting dealt,
Exactly.
Just walk around, watch TV.
I don't think that's really quite the spirit of it, my friend.
No, not these guys. That's why specifically this table is by invite only.
Tung Tao is getting pumped though. The tightest player at the table, it would appear, and
very to straight.
He's now challenging dealers here for the race to the bottom.
So the game is auto straddle, but sometimes they forget to straddle, so they just min race instead, just like what you see here from dealer is here. That's supposed to be straddle, but they missed that 3-second window to press the straddle button. That is why he min raises. It's a shame though, because he misses that. To follow the spirit of the game, he min raises, but he doesn't get the option.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess.
But luckily, most of the time someone's going to pot anyway, so he's going to have some kind of option coming back to him. I mean, so it's not something they always feel.
Nexa has nailed the straddle button. He's managed to achieve the objective.
Tung Tao pots it. Well, doesn't pot it. He saves 15 chips off of this bet.
Professional.
One of those guys who use a keypad to bet.
A keypad better.
Yeah. Then you got those guys who are like really gross over bets. I call them slider betters.
Yeah.
Because you run the slider a little bit and it goes whoop, oh.
Yes.
And then they're running out of time. The action clock goes ding ding ding, and they go fuck it, bet that.
I found with a lot of Filipino clubs running up to 500 big blinds deep, trying to actually get 100 bigs on the table is quite an art.
Yeah.
So that slide is quite sensitive. I'm looking for, actually, I might even put through a feature request to PP Poker tonight. You can do that, by the way, at info@pppoker.net. If you've got a suggestion or a feature or an idea that you'd like to see, then pppoker.net. Info@pppoker.net is the place to send your email. And I will do that today. I'll send a thing through that says, is it possible that I could have a default buy-in set to 100 big blinds, please, in my settings?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if
you don't have to do the slider every time.
Yeah,
setting.
Yeah,
they let you customize your bet sizes.
Yeah.
So why not your
that's good. I can customize bet sizes.
Yeah, I put mine at 2/3 and 3/5.
Did you? Okay. So I put mine at 3.5 and 4, 3.5x and 4x.
Hey, you might as well write that email about the auto straddle as well. This new club is going to need it.
Yeah. I'll get on to that right away.
Dealer here is mounting a rally. No, he's not mounting a rally. He got felted one more time. No, he topped up 5K. Now they're finding that top up button. We're gonna watch a few more hands, then we're gonna wrap up this live stream.
Yeah, it's
and
been
to
really
see
good.
to see the rest of the game, there's going to be an archive somewhere that the guys at Filipinas Poker may be sharing. Maybe they'll be sharing it, and you can just watch the rest of it. Probably archive it on YouTube. And,
If you do want to rail this game next week, another thing you can do is just record the club number and ask to join. They're actually quite happy to have a rail for this game. So if it's something you just wanted to tune in and watch that way, that's another way you can watch the game.
Okay, so they don't mind just accepting people in the club who.
That's what I've been told, Ron. So
Right.
at the moment, the club
But
is,
they're not going to get a load of chips anyway, so there's no harm being done there.
yeah, that's right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not as though you're going to accidentally find yourself in a in
In a big hole.
in a 1 million peso flip.
Right, so you're watching brand new club from Thailand,
Beasts of Poker.
Beasts of Poker.
There is a channel, a Telegram channel too. If you want to join that, you can just type in to your Telegram at Beasts of PP Poker.
I wouldn't just do a mass invite to get people in chat.
It's not a chat group; it's a channel. So
It's a
it's
channel.
just basically like the game is starting and information gets
Okay,
pumped
yeah,
out.
there's
It's
no-
one-way traffic. Don't you worry.
Okay, good. Just make sure there are no contacts visible. Oops. Okay. I'll let you tell them about that.
Look, it's
Right, so thanks for the invite, Shane, to interesting game. And to get an invite into this club, if you want to actually try to get in this game, I guess you just send a private message to this page, Filipinas Poker page, and let them figure out how to get you in this game.
yeah. That's it. If you have the bankroll and the kahunas, is that a real word?
Cojones?
Yeah.
It's a real word, just because it's not English.
No. Then there may well be a seat for you at Beasts of Poker on any given Saturday, Sunday. So again, the game is to run once in the weekend and potentially on a Wednesday, depending on how things go, but not more than that.
I guess, getting on the channel lets you know the things you need to know.
Yeah. Apart from that, there's plenty of places that you can play in country. Right? Lots of PP clubs that you can join and learn the game. Have fun there.
1.5 million tournament going on right now as we speak.
Really?
Yes.
What's the Telegram chat for that one?
Oh, no Telegram chat for that one.
All right. Well, we can probably wrap it up there, Don. What do you think, Ron?
Yeah.
Muster Ron?
Yeah, let me just see this last hand. It's between Dragon Master and Dealer is here. And Huzan is the only one who has gotten back up after that initial first hand. The welcome splash. First hand.
Splash, yeah. Everybody in the spa pool now.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, splash.
And it looks like the heads up is getting started on another table.
Heads up, interesting going on
This
here.
is going all in.
Yeah, looks like two pairs against, what is that? That's straight?
It's a wrap, basically.
An inferior wrap, like a small one, with no flush draw behind it. So,
Ambitious wrap.
Yeah, kind of ambitious. That's the inside end of it. Okay, so thanks for joining us here in this special live stream brought to you by Filipinas Poker. We have been watching a game from the Beasts of Poker just to see what the games are like in other clubs and other countries. So this is a game out of Thailand, and we're gonna upload an archive at a later time, but for now we're gonna cut the live stream. I think we've seen enough. These guys are gonna be here another hour and a half, and we are not.
Okay. Thanks very much for having me.
All right, and one last reminder before we cut the stream, watch this page, Filipinas Poker, for more announcements on the upcoming Summer Poker League. That's for tournament enthusiasts. If you love tournaments, why play just one when you can play 35?
Hey.
So that's the Summer Poker League, where every result matters.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good night.
Do well in 10.
Yeah.
Do badly in 25. You're still good.
Think one.
Yeah. All right. So good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep seeing you on the page.
Good night, everybody.